Hey everybody, it's Brooke with the Buttered Home. Welcome to Messy Kitchen Monday. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Monday. Man, it felt so good outside today. I tell you what, these last couple of days when it's warmed up, it feels like spring and it's just been wonderful. It's giving me the spring fever. I don't know about y'all, but it's only February, so it probably won't last. You know, we do live in Alabama and our weather is drunk, so we're liable to have an Arctic blast in 2 weeks. I mean, you never know. I think it's supposed to be in the 70s by the end of the week. Crazy. Everybody's gonna have pneumonia. But nonetheless, it's February already. Can you believe it? I mean, we're knocking on 2 months since Christmas here in like 20 days. It's unreal to me. I don't know about y'all, but the older I get, the faster time goes. Especially like when you're on vacation. But needless to say, when I think of February, I think of sweet, decadent treats. You know, it's almost just like Christmas where you kind of give yourself permission to be a little bad. And certainly if you're into food gifting like I am, February is a great month for that. So tonight, I mean, you know, you have all heard me talk about my Instant Pot and how much I love my Instant Pot, and my Instant Pot is my boyfriend kitchen appliance. So tonight, my Instant Pot gets sweet. We've had a lot of fun playing with these recipes, and we've come up with a couple of different options to show you tonight using this fancy little silicone egg bite mold. Now these are great for egg bites. If you've never had egg bites, it's kind of the same thing as using a muffin tin and making an omelet in a muffin tin, except these are for the Instant Pot. Now it's silicone, you can use it in your oven too. So it's great. It's a good tool that's less than 10 bucks. I'll post a link in the video in the comments later if you're interested in purchasing one, because I have 2 of them and they're fantastic. And tonight I'm going to show you that I made 2 different sweet treats with the egg bite molds in less than 30 minutes. So I've got some finished, but I'm going to show you the second one that takes a little bit longer and how to prep it. Now the first thing I did is I made cake pops, and if you've ever been to Starbucks, they have wonderful cake pops. They're balls of cake that have been dipped in like ganache or icing and have they have all these different flavors, and they're wonderful, and it's the perfect little sweet treat. And it's really better for you because you can eat one and then you're done, and it's not like cutting piece after piece after piece of cake and overdoing it. So portion control is a good thing, and these little treats kind of help you with that. So by all means, you can use a cake mix, a box cake mix. I made my traditional almond flavored white cake mix. And what I did is I filled up the egg bite mold completely and then put just a drizzle of berries that I had macerated and kind of ground up in my food processor, just a little bit of that syrup in there, and then took a knife and kind of just pulled it through, and it marbled it, and it was, oh, it's just wonderful. And then I covered them with a white chocolate. Yeah, they're fine. So that was the first thing I did, and you can certainly use a box cake mix for that, and there's just no limit to what you can do with them and these little things, and they cook up in the Instant Pot in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and then you just pop, you let them cool for about 10, you pop them out, stick a stick in them. You can eat them just like that, or you can do like we did and put icing on them, all that good stuff. So the second thing I did, hang on, the second thing I did was some Brownie Bites, peanut butter peanut butter cookie and brownie bites. And I've got some of those finished, and I'm going to show you how I've assembled those tonight, because we'll just pop this second batch in the Instant Pot. But I can show you what they look like when they're done. And they are fine too. If you've ever been to Costco, or sometimes Publix have them, they have these little tiny brownie bites, and literally, which I have a big mouth, but I can fit the whole thing in my mouth. And but they're the perfect little bite. Portion control again. So you can make these in your silicone mold as well, and I'm going to kind of show you how to do that. Now, you can buy a fancy brownie mix. You can use your own brownie mix recipe and get just a peanut butter cookie mix, and instead of adding the egg and all that stuff, you just add butter and a little bit of water, and you just come up with just a kind of a coarse, dense peanut butter cookie mix. And this goes in the middle. So what I did was just mix up a traditional brownie, just regular fudgy brownie mix, and then sprayed my silicone mold, and then I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing before I talk anymore. So let me do that. All right, now let me fix my focus. All right, Tanner, tell me how I look.
You want to give me just a second?
Okay. You'll notice I have my trivet. This is the trivet that comes in the 6-quart Instant Pot, because we're going to use this underneath our silicone mold. So I sprayed my silicone mold really well, and I just put about 1/3 of brownie mix, just enough to kind of cover the bottom. And I'll do the last one and show you, and you know, it's probably 1/2 a tablespoon, literally. It's not much at all. And now the brownie bites are going to take about 20 minutes because they're a little more dense than the cake. So now I've just got about the bottom 1/3 of this covered with the brownie mix. And then I'm just going to take this wonderful peanut butter cookie mix and kind of crumble it up in the center. And literally, this is peanut butter cookie mix, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of water. So it just makes this buttery, yummy little cookie mix. And just crumble it in the bottom here. And then you take the brownie bite mix, or the brownie mix, and you just want to loosely cover that top, and it'll spread out just to kind of put a cap on it. And now these are totally fine when they're cooked plain, but I just took some chocolate chips and melted them over the stove in a double boiler, and just dipped them in that ganache for, you know, a little more chocolate. It is Valentine's after all.
You can never go wrong with too
Yeah.
much chocolate.
There's no such thing as too much chocolate. Now these don't have to be perfect, because like I said, I'm gonna bathe them in a chocolate bath when we get done. And if some of that cookie kind of bakes out, well, that's okay too. So we might not get them completely covered. And you know, there's all kind of things that would be a good addition to this. Like if you had some chopped up peanuts, you know, you could garnish them with that after you cover them with the chocolate, just to kind of put a little added extra peanut buttery peanut taste to the already peanut butter cookie that's inside. I can think of all kind of bad stuff to do with them. You can get it out of the sink. All right, so now I've got my mold filled, and you'll notice they're not even half filled, because I want these to be small, because they're gonna be like the brownie bites. So I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap to get any air out. Get my trivet, put them on my trivet, and then I'm gonna put them in my Instant Pot with 2 cups of water. And I'm gonna shut it, and I'm gonna set it to manual or pressure cook for 20 minutes. And I'm about to show you how they come out. First of all, the cake pops, I'll show you. These are the cake pops I did, and they're on a little stick, and they're really, even for my big mouth, they're too big to put all in your mouth at one time. But I just wanted to show you how pretty they are with just that little bit of berry syrup that I put in there. It just marbled them up real nice. And like I said, I filled the silicone mold up, and then I just drizzled that in there. And then I took a knife and just kind of ran it down and around to put that swirl in it. But those are really, really good. And they're covered with a little white chocolate, sprinkled with a little red sugar. And these are the, whoops, and I just turned it over. It's not gonna be pretty anymore. These are the Brownie Bites. This is how they turn out. And I just plopped it on my hand. So now you get to see a good messy kitchen Monday brownie bite. But I'll cut into it too so that you can see that cookie in the center. And see how good it cooked up. It's the exact consistency of the brownie, and it's got the added peanut butter cookie in the middle as well. So 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes and you can have your own brownie bites. And you know, you can make these healthy. You don't have to use butter. You can use yogurt, like a non-fat yogurt. As a matter of fact, these cake bites that I did, instead of using milk, I used homemade yogurt. I know what's in my homemade yogurt. You know what I mean? So you can make these a little healthier. But these turn out so well, and they're so good. I've had to like move everybody out of the kitchen tonight to keep their hands off of it all. So let me wash my hands. Okay, now I'll move my camera. You can see my glasses on the edge of my nose. It's no fun to get old, folks. No fun at all. So just to go over that again, you can use a box cake mix or a box brownie mix, or you can use the homemade stuff. Either way, the time is the same. For the cake bites, it's about 15 minutes cook time in the Instant Pot. For the brownie bites, it's about 20 because they're a little more dense, so they need just a little bit more time. Now, when it gets done, this is a time you are safe to do a quick release. And it's so fun. And I want to show you guys. Hold on, I'll move my camera. If anybody's been paying attention, oh gosh, let me turn this around. Nope. Hang on. All right, see my little exhaust man? He's so wonderful. That's a 2-piece silicone exhaust. And if you'll notice, it's gonna blow the steam out away from my cabinets. I don't know why I didn't get one of those sooner, to be honest. That's like the best thing since sliced bread if you own an Instant Pot. So, 15 minutes for the cake bites or the cake pops, and 20 minutes for the brownie bites. I promise you, they'll change your life. They're fantastic. So that's your sweet treat for tonight. Got lots of more good stuff to look forward to this month. I won't go into it now, but some really good old-fashioned treats, as well as some newer treats using things like my boyfriend, the Instant Pot. You know, this stuff can't be beat, but all kind of treats for the month of February, and then probably come March we'll start eating healthy again. We'll see. But y'all, I have to brag just a little bit because, you know, I'm full disclosure, tell everybody on Monday nights that my family typically doesn't eat until after 8 o'clock because I come home and I do this stuff to get ready. And normally when I'm cooking food, they'll eat supper. Well, since I started the Busy Gals Cooking Club, I have made a promise to them and myself that I would cook at least 3 nights a week. And the recipes that we have in the BGCC have enabled me to do that. I had supper assembled and in the crock pot by 7 a.m. this morning. When I got home from work, it was ready. Danny and Reagan ate before 6:30. I mean, that's an anomaly here. I mean, we can't even do that when I come home at work at 6 and actually cook. So the BGCC, if you think that it might be something that you need for motivation and accountability, because that's so far, it's been a week, and I mean, it's been great for that, for all of us who are in it. You can get on a wait list. I'll put a link for that as well in the comments if you want to get on the wait list. So whenever it opens back up, we'll be talking more about that later, that you can get in, because I mean, we've had a great time. I went live in there on Saturday and cooked, and I mean, everybody's all excited, and it's just a great fellowship first and foremost, and that's been the greatest thing. And for me, the motivation to do better and to cook and have a good wholesome meal on the table with my family is worth every minute with it. So if you're interested in that, think you might be at some point even later, you can go to thebutteredhome.com and go to the cooking club and go ahead and get on the wait list for when it does open back up. That way you'll ensure your spot there. But we hope you have a great week. We hope you will get all primed up and ready for Valentine's Day like we are. And maybe you can take some of these recipes that we're providing you with and give those to the people that you love. But we love you from the Buttered Home, and you all have a great week. Bye.